Hey YouTube. Okay, deliverance. After all these years of deliverance never coming, certain things happening that you have no control over because you're stuck on stupid. You're bound. You're not really able to respond. You're aware but unaware. All these different things have happened, but you finally get deliverance. For some weird reason, God intervenes. Somebody intervened. Helpers, whatever, angels, whatever you want to call them. The universe finally said enough is enough. It's time to break this child free. Or woman, man, whatever. It's time to break God, whatever he is, king, whatever. It's time to break it. It's time to clear it, whatever you want to call yourself. It's time for a divine intervention. So you finally get clear of all the foolery, the homosexuality, the inappropriate thoughts, the inappropriate behavior, all this dark psychology that was programmed into you to defile you, make you nasty, ugly, manipulative, nasty, just the worst creature you could ever be. You finally got cleared of it. You can think clearly. You can think properly. You can somewhat function. You're not being puppeteered as of yet, but the puppeteer is right there, sitting up there saying, I want to pull some strings. I want to make this one jump. I want to make it hop. I want to do all this different stuff that I usually do, and right now I'm not able to do it the way I want to. People are watching, whatever the case may be. This person is somewhat aware. They're not as dumbfounded as they used to be. They're not dumb like they used to be. Whatever the case, because I have seen some crazy things happen. You got delivered. The plug got unpulled, and for some weird reason, a miracle happened, and you were able to grab a function of a brain stimulation thought or whatever the case may be that let you know the mess that you were involved in, you shouldn't have been involved in. And you can finally function. Okay. But I must bring you all aware to you receive deliverance, but you aren't completely delivered. There are other things happening. Where you're at, you can think a little bit, but you're not able to think the way you need to think. There are other things happening. Every decision we make, remember the cause and effect, every decision we make, we have to deal with the consequence of it. These are the laws of the universe. You have a group of people feel like there are no laws, there are no rules, there are no nothing. You just get up and you can do whatever you want to do, and they thrive in chaos. This is their personality, this is their trait. Because you were thrown in chaos for so long, you were taught to survive in it, but you weren't taught to thrive in it. See, you can survive in it. And if I can't even really call it survival, I would just say you just exist because you're not really the type in chaos to really thrive because you're not on that level. So it's you're functioning, but you're not really functioning like you should in chaos. So that's not for you. But you've been delivered out of chaos. You've been delivered out of the madness somewhat, but you're not completely delivered. You're still in it, but you're not a part of it at this point. You had I remember a gospel singer, she would sit up there and she said she had a praying grandmother was the name of the song. And she said she was on drugs so bad that when she ended up getting a deliverance, say she hit her head upside a wall. And in that time, God did a deliverance. I don't know what it did. Probably not whatever technology or whatever they had put up in her out of there, something. But God intervened. However it goes, something happened, and she She woke up and she said, "Look, I got some common sense." What I have to urge you guys is when you are delivered from this, every decision counts. Be careful with your decision making. Every decision counts. You can be in an abusive relationship. God delivered you out of an abusive relationship. Dude died, went to prison for 1,000,000 years. Whatever he did, just you got rid of that jerk. You don't want you don't want it no more. Whatever, it's still something there. They trying to string along an attachment or a source of a feeling because you stuck on stupid. And truth be told, you really shouldn't have a source of feeling or any emotional attachment because this guy meant you nothing but harm. But they put it there to make you fall trap and victim to the same thing. And I'm going to tell you what usually happens. You sit up there, you got rid of this jerk, another jerk's coming along. That's his homeboy, friend, whatever. He done talked to him in prison or whatever, sending him your way, whatever it is. Make positive decisions, even if that means you have to be by yourself. And trust me, just because you by yourself for a long period of time don't mean that you won't end up with another idiot. Some of the worst dumb people come as nice people because you're stuck on stupid. They're gonna come as nice people. They're not gonna, no enemy of yours is gonna and have no grounds to stand on. No enemy of yours is gonna come to you and talk to you nasty, being your enemy. That enemy's gonna come and he's gonna try to talk to you sweet. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm for you. I'm this, I'm that. Knowing that they ain't. You have to make sure you're making the proper decisions. Everything to safeguard yourself. When you're not dating, guess what? There's no room for them to come in with that foolishness. So now you got to watch your family. Okay, your family gonna go through some stuff and gonna try to set you up, do all kinds of stuff against you or whatever. Those ones that are doing that, we know that they're being puppeteered, but at the same time, you cannot allow somebody else imperfections to sit up there and destroy your positive decision making. Your good decision making cannot be affected by your children, by your mama, your daddy, or whatever. And the word of God sits up there and says, that you will lose mother, father, sister, brother in this process because of good decision making. Or you just choosing God himself. You're going to lose some things along this journey. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to lose some blood on the way out. You get what I'm saying? Because it's going to have to happen because some of this blood that was connected to your bloodline wasn't really for the bloodline itself. They was for self, but they weren't for the whole family. So you're going to have to be aware that you're going to lose some things on the way to deliverance and complete deliverance because you only got a portion of deliverance. You really wasn't completely deliverance. You only got a small intervention. This is enough time for you to make a positive decision and say, look, make a positive decision of what you want because right now you're so close to death. It's either life or death. Choose one. And that's the only amount of time that you got was that small time because truth be told, they can't really say that you deserve death because you're unaware and you're unconscious and you're not focusing and you're being puppeteered. So they really can't say you deserve death and they really can't say you deserve life because of the simple fact they know that you want life. Your lifestyle was a part of that. But at the same time, the battle was lost because of maybe somebody else's bad decision. You lost the battle because of somebody else's bad decision. It doesn't necessarily have to be your bad decision. It's because of somebody else's bad decision. You lost the battle and now you're back in turmoil. Your whole house went in order. So one person's bad decision now affected your whole house and you and the family and everything you stood for. So like I said, just once you get deliverance, make sure that you're making positive decision and good choice making. And the way you do that, I will honestly tell you, line up with the Bible, line up with the commandments of God, line up with Matthew 5. Just line up with that commandment, and I know you won't have a problem, but at the same time, also know that God sits up there and says that you have to protect yourself. So don't even let them get away with that. You don't have to be stuck on stupid because you're serving God. You don't have to let nobody mistreat you because you're serving God. That's that lie. That's that illusion that they're putting there. Oh, you have to let somebody walk all over you, spit on you, mistreat you, and dog you out to sit up there and call yourself a saint or a Christian, and you don't. So just make sure you, once you get delivered, that you make positive decisions, because once they look for any little thing to come in with, any little thing, okay, you don't indulge in homosexuality anymore, but at the same time you watch the movie with it in there. So they're using that to try to say that, oh, this is what you're about. So you can't even watch movies with that. You got to block certain things off your TV. You got certain parts of your life has to be monitored in a certain way. You have to watch sometimes kids movie. Look, I'm not watching anything over PG-14, but at the same time, PG-14 sometimes have some stuff that you can't watch. I'm not watching anything over PG-13. PG-13 sometimes have some stuff that you cannot watch. They got cursing in it now. That's something that wasn't in it before, but they want to put it in there now. It's certain stuff that they're doing to try to uproot and take your life out. PG-13, PG-14 never had sexual act. That's an MA. But you watch the TV, you see that. Because your eye is compromised. You're compromised. Your vision is compromised. Certain things are compromised. So they're playing on everything to destroy you. Just be smart in execution. You've been delivered. Make good decisions. That's all I will say.